Hello everyone. This video recording is for assignment 3.8. So based on the instruction, there are quite a few steps I needed to follow and just accomplish quite a few things. The first was for me to prepare my virtual machine, and then the second thing was to promote my server to a domain controller. And then the next step is to log in as a domain administrator. Now, for the first thing on the first instruction, I've already done that. I've already prepared my machine. I actually ensure that it's running, my VM, my Windows Server 2025 data center is running in Azure. I'm going to show that when I, later on. So, and you can actually see here, I don't even need to, speak much about it. You can actually see here that it's actually logged in using the remote desktop protocol. So this actually shows that it is connected. And and I've already, during the installation process, I was able to, uh, open the server manager like you can see here on the screen. Okay. And then the step that I had to do was to click on add roles and features. And I follow the prompts to be able to add roles and features. And I selected the Active Directory Domain Service. And after a while, I was able to promote the server to a domain controller. In the process, I was able to select a new forest and then enter a root domain name as enzyme.corp, that's enzyme.corp. Then I was able to set a strong directory service restore mode password and DSRM password. And the installation was completed and the server restarted by itself. So next thing I did was to log in as a domain administrator using the remote desktop protocol. So like I have done in the past, what I had to do was to enter the public IP address of my virtual machine in Azure and the remote desktop protocol in my local machine and just click connect. And so by this time I had to connect. Instead of connecting using my username, I have to connect using enzyme / my username. So I'm going to demonstrate how, just to let us know that I have succeeded in connecting using two methods. So one is going to be using graphical user interface, GUI, and the next one is using command line interface. So to get started, this is what I would do. I have to, so what I will do here, the first thing I want to do here is to open the task manager. Normally I do that using 3-key combination, which is Control Shift Escape, and that will give me what I want. And so I move on to the users tab. So I just click on the users tab. And then I click on manage user accounts. So sometimes it takes just a few seconds to pop up. I have to try that again. There's something else. Try that again. There you go. So you can see here that I'm now logging as, enzyme / as your user. So that's for the graphical user interface. So I'm also going to demonstrate these using the command line interface via PowerShell. So I'll just go on the search bar and type PowerShell. And so the first thing that matches the search criteria is the one that I select, which is PowerShell. So the command line interface is actually up. So for me to be able to demonstrate I'm actually logging as a domain administrator, I simply just type who am I and click enter. So as you can see here, I am logging as Enzyme / Azure user. So yeah, and that's what I wanted to demonstrate. Another thing I can also show here is to actually show that I've successfully installed and enabled Active Directory service on, the server. So I will just close these windows. As you can see, let me just go on the dashboard. You can actually see that the Active Directory's domain service has already been installed with a couple of features in it. And so that's the way it is. And then I also show that that I have also named my domain as enzyme.corp. So I'll do that by simply clicking on local server. And if you can look it under domain, you can see that enzyme.corp is already shown here. So with that, I think I have been able to demonstrate the key points in the assignment 3.8. Thank you for watching.